Well, hello.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Oh, it's going okay. I just forwarded that post on Instagram reminding everyone to watch our show.
Yes. Listen, for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time, you guys have got it locked into the He Said
What?
What
Oh yeah.
podcast. Listen, oh my gosh. So, this week is going by so fast.
Yes. You understand?
Yes, is right. Listen, for those of you who are listening, we appreciate your guys' support. Please make sure that you are subscribing. You don't want to miss anything that we got going on. Um,
Please.
yes, listen, we're getting ready to take a vacation soon for the month of December. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you check out our past episodes because we got some good stuff going on. Like we got
Yep.
some really good content throughout the week. And of course, we enjoy our conversations with you guys. So
Indeed.
you don't want to miss it.
And for all your guys, don't worry. We're on all the major streaming platforms. So if you can't catch us live or on YouTube or on Facebook or all other platforms, catch us in audio. We're there. He said
Yeah.
what?
Yes. So um with that being said, as you guys can see below, tonight we are talking about your health and prioritizing your health and why it's important that you do so. Now, if if you are an entrepreneur, if you have a lot of things going on, then you want to make sure that you are finding time for you, because if you're not, then what's going to happen is you're going to get burnt out, and it
Yep.
happens to everybody. It happens to the greatest. It happens to people who have been doing this for quite some time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, making sure that you actually take that time and, focus on repairing yourself, that's going to be, very detrimental. So, shout out to our audience. Shout out to Special 77, the
77 in the
true
building.
49ers fan. What's up, Joanne? Nice for you to check in. Listen, make sure you guys
Mhm.
are sharing this on your platform. Share the link, so we can get more people in here to also, engage in this conversation. Yes, Archie.
You know what I didn't realize? Every time I caught myself clicking my page, I was not hitting save until today.
Archie, I'm gonna need you to get it together. This
I
is
know. And
why prioritizing your health is important
I
because
thought I was doing it. It's just like that one little step I go click, 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 and I'd hop out. And I was like, why am I not seeing it? And
yeah,
today I
click, click,
scroll
click.
down to save.
Yes.
Don't
You
judge me,
gotta,
man. Don't judge me. But shout
you
out to
gotta
everyone
take
watching on Free and Still Gaming. Shout out.
Yes, yes. Special 77 says a lot of us told in urban areas don't want to talk about mental health because of our living situations. We're more focused on survival than mental health. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And you see a lot of people just having these breakdowns, and it affects everybody differently. So, we want to identify the symptoms of a breakdown in ways that you can still support someone who is going through these type of breakdowns. So, RG, you ready to get the show started?
What does Ezel say? Oh, yeah. Intro.
Intro! All right. And we are back, you guys. Thank you once again for joining us. If you don't get the opportunity to watch us live, you can always come and check us out. The replays are always up.
Please.
Yes, come and see what you actually missed. So,
Right. And if,
RG,
you're going to be at home, everybody will watch football, but we got a whole bunch of he said what for you to go back and watch.
yeah, he said, well, you know what? I get a kick out of that when we have guests on and they'll hit us with the he said, what? But it's when
Yes.
their voice hits that, that pitch.
Octave. Yeah.
What? it does something for me. So
Right here, man.
yes, 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 yes. So what are your plans for tomorrow? What do you got going on?
Sleep, Xbox, pretty much. A little bit of dinner. Gonna be carting people around. I think one kid goes to work, the other one wants to go to grandma's house. So yeah,
Mhm.
just trying to sleep and chill as much as possible. How about you?
Me, I have family that's in town from Connecticut. Shout out to the fam. I actually got to
Oh,
see my nephew for the first time today. Shout out
congrats.
to Quincy, Adrian. Shout out to my brother Danny. Shout out to his lovely wife Lucia. Shout out to my brother Shorty back home, aka Special 77. The whole family, the whole squad. Like shout out to all of y'all. And then of course, Engineer Mo and my mom. Let me tell you about Engineer Mo. So today, right,
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
my mom had asked my nephew Adrian. She's like, "Are you gonna stay tonight with Grandma?" And he was like, "Yes." He's 3. He's like, "Yes." Engineer Mo was like, "Where he gonna sleep?"
Right.
Like not in a really curious way, but like more so like,
Right.
because I got this locked down over here. So where he gonna
Right. Right.
sleep?
Right. Sorry, kid. You're the
Yeah.
new guy on the block.
Yes. Special 77 says, "Where's Ezel? Denied parole hearing?" That is funny. Shout out
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
Ezel.
Zell.
He is doing his thing right now. He would be here with us if he could, but unfortunately, he cannot. So we are going to definitely hold the fort down. So,
Worse.
with that, of course, being said, RG, do you have our animal fun fact today?
Yeah, oddly enough, this one was inspired by tomorrow, Thanksgiving.
Uh
Let's talk
oh.
about the mating habit of turkeys.
Oh, goodness. I'm not ready.
Yeah, I'm cheap thrills are where I get it at, right? So the headline for today is male turkeys out here dancing to get gobbled.
Whoa. Whoa.
No balls needed because I'm going there today. All right, so
Okay.
first thing you gotta realize is that weather affects how much turkeys mate. So of course, if it's really warm, there's a lot of turkeys being produced. So I think they probably get in summer. We kill them by fall. Anyway, opposite goes for cold weather. You know, they don't make much in the cold. They didn't say they never do. They just don't do it a lot. With
Hmm.
that being said, male turkeys got to get they try to shake their tail feather to get some tail feather. So they have this mating ritual where they're gobbling and shaking. And if they actually attract the hen, she pulls up on him, turns around, and backs it up.
Oh.
Yeah. So if he ain't out here doing an electric slide, or if he go to the right, to the left, he probably not
Uh-huh.
gonna get none.
Wow. So they're
Yeah.
just as harsh as humans.
I don't think the electric slide ever got me slid into nowhere. I don't think it never happened.
I'm just saying you gotta wiggle it a little.
My
Like you
wiggling there's
said,
a wave going.
yes, shake that tail feather literally. Hmm.
Right. Yeah,
Very
but yeah, when you
interesting.
think about shaking, good one. Shake your
Yes.
tail feather. Very good.
Yes. Special
That was a
77
bar.
says, "Drop it like it's hot."
Yep. So,
Exactly.
hey man, if your
Okay.
running man ain't up to snuff, bro, better get practicing.
Not the Running Man.
Yes,
Oh
I
my
did say the running man.
gosh.
Yes.
Okay, well, I do have a red letter for you guys
Oh,
titled
please and thank you.
My Ugly Kid. Harsh already. Yes. So it says, I built my online audience with candid conversations about sex, dating discussions, dating ex cons, motherhood, my daily grind, and a few of my fight videos. Recently, I
Hey,
cussed
video.
out my kid on a live stream and I said, if I had the money back then, I would have aborted you.
Yeah.
My kid burst into tears after I cussed him out and it went viral. It's true. I should not have carried that boy to term. Sorry. He's my ugly kid. He's bad in school. I don't predict success in his future because his father ain't shit. But I wish I didn't go viral because I can't control it. Every time I report a page for posting that video, another one pops up. I wish I could have taken it all back. I'm sorry. I wish I could have take back. I could take back all my viral content. I wish I could unpublish that part of my life. I low key want a husband, a pair of hard legs to rub up against me in bed. And if I had money, I would pay to keep him at home. I feel like a lot is going on in the world at once, and I don't want to be out here by myself. But these men play games. Every time I think I've found somebody who I can roll with, we connect, link up, and he posts about it. Men are sexing me for the giggles and clout. How do I reset my life and attract a serious partner? Let's start by not referring to your child as my ugly kid. How about that one? That's kind of harsh. And I mean, you got to think about it. The kids get their genes from parents.
What?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
ugly kid is the mother sucker that wrote the letter. You're the ugly kid, you son of a b. You
yes,
are something's wrong in your spirit, and you need to go douse yourself with whatever holy fluids you can find, because something's
yeah,
wrong with you. You
yeah. Why
you
would
can't even
you?
treat your kids good. You talking about you want a husband, man? You don't get your goofy self up out of here and
Yeah,
go
no,
see your what's her name? Anita, what's her name? With the therapist?
Ayana.
Um, no, the one we have on our show.
Oh yeah, I can't remember, but I know
Anita
exactly.
Santiago. We got one for
Yes,
you. She wrote us a letter. Got one for you.
yeah, reference. We should be able to give referrals. I think that that's wrong. Now I understand the whole dating world because I'm out there trying to date. But I feel like the way that you treat your child, especially in public,
Yeah.
kind of is a good representation of who
Of
you
who
are.
you
So
are.
if you are going to do that on a live stream out of all places, knowing that people screen share, screenshot, screen record, you kind of set yourself up, especially if your content was already built off of, let's say, just,
Negative.
catchers, the things that are going to attract people to you and not for a good reason. So, at this point now, wanting a serious relationship and wanting to be taken seriously, my recommendation would be to revamp your content and revamp your life,
Get
period.
therapy.
Yes, yes. So I mean, honestly, my advice is just work on the relationship that you have with yourself and with your kids first and foremost, because as a woman, the way that I see a man treat his child or children is going to tell me a lot about that person. And it can dictate whether or not somebody wants to take you seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially 77 says no one wants to deal with bad children.
And I get that, but look at it like this. When you tell kids hurtful things, they are a mirror of the hate you put into them. So
Mhm.
that kid ain't getting no better no time soon. Because
Yeah.
his mama a hot ass mess. So
Yeah, and if you don't
what
put
do
time
you do?
into your child, well, then
Yeah.
that's also going to be a reason why your child is acting out as well. So, right now, I wouldn't
Ooh,
say it's the best time to be looking for a relationship. Yes.
ooh. Think about it. If she was that mean to say such a horrible thing to the world, imagine what she says to this child
Closed
every
doors.
single day when those cameras are off.
Yeah, yeah. She said, "If
Damn.
I had the money back then, I would have aborted you." That's
My
kinda
thing is,
harsh to say to a child.
my thing is like, dude, stop wasting that kid's time. Let him go somewhere where he can be loved on properly. If you feel like you don't have the guts to be a parent or you want to be a horrible human being, then let that kid be free. Because he's
Yeah,
better off without you if you feel that
right.
way.
That's unfortunate. So it makes me wonder, like, where is the father? Like, is the father in the child's life? Because if he is, maybe sometimes, allowing him to spend more time with the father might be a better resolution for you, especially
Or
if you're
all.
trying to date.
Yeah. I say all for her. She don't like the kid anyway.
Really don't. What's going on, y'all? Let us know that you are in here. Drop something in the chat so we can shout you out. What do you think about tonight's animal fun fact? The turkeys and having to dance and do all of that in order to get
Yeah.
laid. Like,
Yeah, because turkeys don't dance they boogie, buddy.
I'm
Like
done.
gangsters don't dance they boogie. See, Ezel
You
would have
know
fell off the
what?
chair. Ezel, come back to work. She doesn't get my odd references.
Yeah,
Damn it, Ezel.
yeah. So Joanne says that child is not bad. He's a result of that beast. Exactly. Yeah. What you put into your
Right.
child is what your child is going to put out into the world. And at the end of the day, that child is a representation of you. So,
Oh yeah, me.
yeah, you.
You
Yeah.
see, I looked around like, yeah,
Like
man.
who, me?
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Jerome says gorilla is not dealing with I'm done. Bad children. It all depends on how the parent brings them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because like if you think about it, right? Growing up, you want your mom, your dad to sow into you positivity. You want them
Right.
to make you feel empowered. You want them to make you feel valued. So if you're already, and we don't even know how old this child is, but if you
Right.
are already telling them that if you had the money to abort them, you would, and that you shouldn't have
Ooh,
carried them full term,
that's just
then how high do you think their self-esteem is?
not. It don't
It's probably
exist.
non-existent. So, yeah. So
Oh,
like I
good geez.
said, what you put into your child is going to put into the universe. And
Right.
unfortunately, if you put in bad, you're going to get bad.
Don't
That's
get
what we're
bad.
going to see. So,
Yeah.
tonight's discussion, as you guys can see down below in the ticker, how to make your health a priority. RG, let's talk about health because a lot of people,
Yes.
when we talk about health, they're just thinking about medical, right? Making sure that you're up to date with your doctor's checks,
Yep.
making sure that your dental is on point. What are we missing here?
This thing right here, your
So why
mind
is the
and your
mental important
spirit,
now? Mm.
mad
Oh,
important.
not the
Or
spirit. You mean to
oh heck
tell me that
yeah,
spirit matters?
yeah. DMX said you do dirt to get dirt. That just wasn't a throwaway bar bunny. It's all
Yeah,
of it. You
yeah.
know.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh do you have any friends who they're constantly everything that comes out of their mouth is something negative? The Debbie Downers, the cup is half full, or half empty more so. Those type of people. You have people like that that you tend to associate with?
No. I have a few people that I know, but they are put kind of at a distant way because you have to love them from afar because you can't take in the negative juice. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you want to help them, you want to see them prosper, you want to see them come up. But some people like wilding in that, and that wears on you and your spirit. So yeah, I still love them, but they
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah. Yeah. He said,
We
go
can't do
that
it.
way.
No, I don't
Yeah.
even tell them to go that way. I just keep moving over a little bit at a time.
It's interesting because
Yeah.
people say you hear a
Yeah.
lot of the times where they'll be like, I don't have time for that. And we all are definitely guilty of this. And I feel like it's
Right.
not bad to not want someone who's always having negative things to say, but what can we do to help them? Like, what can we do to help them focus more on being optimistic instead of pessimistic?
Well, some people are just naturally pessimistic. So I'm not talking about those guys. But you're talking about the person where no matter how much you help them, they still find a way to back to the trouble that you helped them out of.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I speak of where you gotta put distance because some stuff happens. You have a bad season, and then you know you're on top, everything's going left. We
Right.
get that.
Right.
But my thing is the people who never get right, can't get
Yeah.
right, don't want to get right, you know,
Can't get right.
can't get right. So
That
that's why I wanted to expand on that just a little bit. Yeah, we're not talking about everybody. Everybody go through stuff. So
right. Yeah. If you guys want to join us tonight because our infamous Ezel Moon is out, and you want to join in
yeah,
on the discussion, you are more than welcome to come up. You don't have to turn on your camera, but we are interested in what it is that you guys have to say. As far as just the negativity, like there's so many things going on in this world
mhm.
where we all, if we really wanted to, we could be negative. I'm sure I could find a
Oh yeah,
lot of things to talk about when it comes to negativity. But
hmm,
I know for me, what I've come to realize is if I wake up, I'm already winning. I'm winning because
got it.
some people didn't. They didn't get the opportunity to wake up. They didn't get the opportunity to do that thing that they said, I'm going to do tomorrow. You know,
Right. Because
they're out of here.
tomorrow never came.
And right.
Got
So it's like yes, there's a lot of things that we could complain about. There's a lot of things that we could continue to just roll around in. But
Mhm.
I feel like if you think more about the positive, then what you put out there is what you're going to receive.
Right. I said it's simple as this. It takes a lot of energy to be mad.
Mm, okay.
It you know what I mean? Remember, anger gets you everywhere.
Yeah.
Your joints, your arms, your heart, everything. It takes a lot of energy to be angry and mad. So if anything, you know, you gotta find ways to get that off of you because it will put you in the grave faster than eating a pound of bacon a day. Because it's a whole because here's why I say that the bacon is the heart, and I love bacon. However, how about having like just blood pressure everywhere? Every part of you is just so tense. You know, that's not natural. So
Yeah.
shout out to bacon.
Shout out to bacon. I miss bacon. I was gonna say
I'm
something, but I'm
sorry.
not gonna say it
Yeah.
because it's a pause moment. I was gonna say I miss meat, but you know, I'm referring to because I'm a pescatarian now. I'm referring to that
Good
type of meat.
catch.
I knew better. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But speaking
job.
of meat though, let's talk about when we're talking about let's talk about shut up, RG. Let's talk about your diet, what you
Yes.
choose to feed your physical with. You know, how has what you choose to eat affected your overall lifestyle?
Actually, I probably had phases. When I was super young, I was super athletic. I ate well. Then I
Mhm.
became an adult and stopped caring. Then I became a middle-aged person and started caring again. So
Yeah.
that's long and short of it.
Ah.
But I know now that I feel so much better now that I eat cleaner. And I'm one of those guys where I don't eat a lot of snacks. You know, I'm not a chip guy. I'm not a candy bar guy. But I am a cocktail guy. You know, I am a cigar guy.
Whoa, I'm glad you had that tail part in there.
Yes, yeah. Oh boy,
would've
that
got
would have been
I
nasty.
would have got you.
No, I would have got myself up out of this shit. I would have did I would have been old school like your old host when he's got me left. Shout out to Tasha. Shout
With
her out.
that being said, we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break. When we return, we will pick back up where we left off. So you guys stay tuned.
She just took the headphones off and dipped. That was
What is a travel specialist? A travel specialist is your gateway to the world. Our goal is to provide you with a stress-free experience so you can focus on creating memories that last a lifetime. Experience a better way to vacation by trusting a Luke Sevo Vacations travel specialist to handle all the details for you. Contact Joanne Gaines at 888-227-6607, extension 5447, and start creating your memories today.
the Lioness Amanda Nunes officially retired over the weekend, and shout out to her. Thank you for all the ass whoopings that I won money off.
I think I lost one.
Once when she lost to what's her name? When she lost to Pena.
Yep. Athletes do, and I'm going back to the professional players and stuff. It's kind of like it's mandatory mandated because of the league. The league overall wants to look charitable, but then you have players that go beyond that.
Yeah. The writing was on the wall that it was gonna happen. So
yeah, because if he would have lost, that would have been like retribution for him not coming back, sooner.
No. You don't understand. We in Saudi Arabia, dog.
Yeah.
If Sammy don't win, we riot.
All right, and we are back. Thank you guys
for put my call back on the board. So
for tuning in to the He Said What podcast. I am your girl, Simply Bree, and alongside myself,
RG, retired Power Ranger.
the retired Power Ranger. What Power Ranger would you be?
I was the stunt double who used to take all the shots for the Black.
Shut up! Oh my gosh! All right, so make sure that you guys check out our shows. Check out our YouTube. We do have a new show starting, or two shows starting in January, so you don't want to miss that. Subscribe to the network. We appreciate all of your support. We definitely could not do this without you. Shout out to y'all. So tonight we are talking about how to make your health a priority. One thing that you had said before we went to commercial break was what you would have done, basically, what you could have done differently in a sense, because yes, when we're younger, we focus on health, then we, get into adulthood and we're good. And then middle age, we go back to focusing on health. Why do you think that is? Is it because now we see the repercussions of when we didn't care? And
yeah, that too.
Around?
Yeah, that too, because you feel like your youth is limitless. You know what I'm saying? And a few dings here, a few there, a few surgeries. Next thing you know, you're like, wait a minute. You mean I can't have a double quarter pounder at 39? Like, holy smokes. Yeah,
no.
It's just like that. It's just like, I won't say you hit a brick wall, except for you just run into it like really slow, but you don't hit the brakes. And then next thing you know, you try to get it back together or keep it together.
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely doable. I think when you're younger, because you're taking in so much different information, you're not really too up to date with technology as far as when it comes to your health. Like the importance when you're sitting in front of a computer, the lights should be on so that your eyes are not straining themselves. Listening when you're listening to music, these kids nowadays, it's like they have it full volume. And when you get older and you're like, huh?
I
can't hear.
I was guilty of that too. It's just the headphones weren't as good as they were now. Dude, if I had the headphones I buy now, dude, I wouldn't hear nothing. My eardrums would be blown.
Yeah.
I thought about that. Like, wow, I'm glad the headphones wasn't that good.
Right. And then, to staying up late because you're playing the video games, you're not getting enough sleep. Sleep definitely plays a role in your overall health as well, because it gives your body the opportunity to repair itself and, regenerate the energy that you need. So if you're running off of 3 hours of sleep, it affects your mind. It affects your thinking capacity.
What do they call it? Your rational and analytical skills or something like that.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people out here are doing a mumble rap, They're not getting enough sleep.
They mumble rap because they didn't get no sleep.
They're not getting enough sleep. Like, baby, get some sleep.
If you had just slowed it down 30 octaves, that would have been the best rap I ever heard.
Yeah, you would have had some better bars had you gotten some sleep. The whole I'll get some sleep when I die. I don't
guess what? They say, and I haven't looked it up, but they say the less you sleep, you die kind of sooner because your body doesn't recover. So yeah, you're gonna sleep when you die, all right, and it's gonna happen sooner than you think.
That final sleep.
Oh, one thing I forgot to tell you. We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Remember, if you're a person who sits in a chair, you should be getting up 5 minutes every half hour.
I feel like we should do like 3 squats right now. I feel like we should get up and do some squats.
All right.
But we're not going to do it. But in my mind, I'm squatting.
I'm sitting here like, right.
Listen, with tomorrow being Thanksgiving, I feel like everybody needs to be doing some type of working out, because you eat all that food and then you lay and go to sleep with it.
See, I can't sleep on a full stomach, man. I kind of have to eat early now because, man, I'll get heartburn really bad. So a late dinner means I'm going to bed later because I cannot just cram, eat food and be like, all right.
Yeah. Painful. What are some things that you do to make your health a priority in your life?
Just adding structure and telling myself no. And the reason why I say that, because instead of me saying, "Oh, I'm hungry," I can go home and eat the already prepared dinner, or I can stop right here at Del Taco, or I can stop here at Panera, and I'll just grab something real quick. Stopping those things, because I won't say I'm a foodie, except for I'm not afraid of food. How about that? So, I'm one of the people where I won't go to McDonald's, but don't let me keep passing by these Five Guys, because that's when I have. So just telling myself no, being more structured, making sure that I try to eat my dinner before like 9ish is about as late as I'll eat dinner. 9ish. But actually, usually it's around 6 or 7. So give my body a chance to kind of digest food. And actually having a structured bedtime for me is huge.
Woo!
Man. Because see, I used to work afternoons and midnight. So I was always a night owl. But when I went to days, it actually changed my life because I actually have a set bedtime. You can ask my family. They know 12 o'clock, unless it's something I really care about or something I have to do, I'm in the bed by 12 o'clock. And that sounds crazy, but yeah.
That does sound crazy. Like 12 o'clock. I'm like,
yeah, I'm in the bed at 12 o'clock every night.
You know, recently, I think when I know it's a holiday approaching and I'm going to be off, those final days leading up to that time off, I tend to stay up later. Like, for example, the past 2 nights, I have been up until like the night before last, Monday, I was up until like probably 2 o'clock, and then I had to get up at 6:30. Yeah.
You?
And then last night,
Wow.
I was up until like 12:30. Yeah, but because I knew today was going to be an easy day, and then the rest of this week, I have nothing but time to just relax. So,
I'm just
yeah.
I'm shocked, like, wow.
Yeah. So as far as me, how I make my health a priority, just like you know, I learned to say no, but my no's are to different things. My no's are to overworking myself. My no's are to taking tasks that I know I typically would try to wait until the weekend and trying to get those done throughout the week so that when the weekend gets here, I can relax and, you know, not going out so much. You know, I'm very social, but I try not to go
I've
out.
never noticed.
Yeah, you shut up. You know, I do my field research. But yeah, I try not to go out a lot. And if I do, where the food comes into play, especially with me being now I'm a pescatarian, that helps me because it places restrictions on what I can eat. Where I would have probably, you know, got some
Wings.
Southwestern chicken egg rolls or something like that. Now I'm just getting a salad, or I'm getting, you know, some shrimp or celery. No, I don't eat celery.
What's wrong with celery?
I don't like celery. Celery is nasty. They just
You
need
just
to
shave 60% of your diet off.
Yeah, and I'm still like, I'm not eating no celery though. I ain't eating no celery sticks.
You know why?
Celery,
Because
yeah,
they ain't got no ranch dressing and they ain't got no
no.
barbecue sauce.
It can be dipped in ranch, wrapped around in barbecue sauce, breaded and deep fried, and I'm still not eating it.
Hey, don't say that, man. Some food be trying to deep fry celery.
You know, somebody already did it. I'm pretty sure. Some other ways that I make my health a priority is exercising. I love to exercise. I love to dance. So when I do go out, I'm always dancing, you know, get my little steps in with my little watch.
That's right. Watching those turkeys go by. Trying to cheat.
Yeah, exactly. Backing it up. But yeah, exercising is a big thing for me. Now let's say, like, for me, when it comes to dating, a potential partner, what I look for in a potential partner is someone who is active, because I feel like if they're not active, then it's not really going to help encourage me or influence me to want to be active and want to work out and be healthy. I feel like that definitely plays a significant role in my overall health.
I got a question. So what if there were a person that's now active and they're in their fitness journey? So they're not like super fit, but they're not unhealthy. Would you still consider them as a person you'd want to be around?
Yeah,
because
because
there's a lot of folks in our age group that you know, they're above the bar when it comes to the weight. I'm one of them. So
yeah, no. I mean, as long as they're taking their health seriously, because I look at the long term, what could be. And if you're not taking your health seriously, then chances are you might end up with some health issues that could affect the amount of time that you have left here on this earth. So, like, I'm not trying to get in a relationship with someone and they have a heart attack and die the next week. Like, that's just
depends on how much the policy is. Might change your life.
Oh my gosh. You know what, RG?
Shout out to
Um,
Ezel. I had to pull an Ezel
that
bar
is
up
an
for that one.
easy outline right there. Yeah, the
Yes.
policy
Shout out.
definitely. If the money is looking right,
He
but
only
no,
got
no, no.
tonight.
Yeah, tonight might be your night.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm more of a supporter. So like I'm going to encourage my partner to make healthy choices. I'm not going to force them to, eat the way that I eat, but I will definitely and try to inspire them, to make better choices. So, I
Ooh, what's your new go-to snack now? Not your pescatarian.
oh, oh, what's my new go-to snack? I like sunflower seeds.
Oh yeah,
Sunflower
dope.
seeds.
Yeah, some of
Yeah,
those
I
dope.
was
Very dope.
eating enough buffalo. And it don't even taste like buffalo. Buffalo wing flavored sunflower seeds.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Buffalo
buffalo wing
flavor.
flavor. What about you? What's your go-to snack?
Um, actually popcorn still, but I usually like the lighter popcorn because the fiber helps to keep everything
Yeah,
cleaned out.
moving
So
around and clearing out. What
yep,
about
and
y'all in the chat? What's your go-to snacks?
yeah, probably
Especially
popcorn.
around now is like so hard to be mindful of what you're eating.
Oh,
Like
dude, yeah, because all the stuff is out.
the cakes, the the
Can you just
meat,
pause?
the
I'll
side,
let you go with the cakes. Just like
you
I can't help
know,
it. I'm a 7-year-old.
the sides, like
Yeah.
everything is very tempting. And I feel like it's okay as long as you eat
Mhm.
it in moderation.
Okay. So you're not just totally zero everything.
No,
Because
no.
that's tough. To me, I feel like unless you lived in it for years, it's very tough to just go cold turkey. Yeah, no more of this, no more of that. It's
Mhm.
really difficult. So yeah,
It's doable though. You just have
yeah.
to have the willpower and the determination. Like this, what you're doing it for is more important than what it is that you're doing.
Okay, so
I
you already know what
feel
my next question is.
yes, what am I doing it for?
You damn right.
Yeah. So my change in what I choose to eat is for me, it's, wanting to slim myself down somewhat and wanting to, take more control over my energy
Ah,
because one thing that I hate is feeling sluggish and feeling like you're dragging because you've eaten everything under the sun. So I've
got it.
decided to limit myself to, just that, like the vegetables and the seafood, and not even all seafood, just like certain things.
All
That's a
right.
good question. Yeah, like, are you still doing the yoga?
Yeah, yeah. A little bit of yoga, a lot of push-ups, a lot of crunches. Um, I'm lazy, so my treadmill is actually still out in the garage. Just heavy. And
Mm,
my staircase is narrow. We damn near killed ourselves trying to get the washing machine down a couple of days ago. So
mhm,
yeah.
mhm,
But yeah,
mm,
definitely still with the yoga, man, because the stretching is what actually made me feel like, yo, I can possibly do this 5K run. Because after my foot surgery, I was like man, like mad achy. And I was
mhm,
like, damn. And then one
mhm,
day I just woke up like, yo, I'm about to stretch. So I literally got up early before I logged into work, and
mhm.
rolled out the yoga mat, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Slide some oil to me. I was
I'm
like the,
done.
the Tin Man on the Wiz. I was like, let me trickle down my
Right.
spine. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, this works. So yeah, I've been stretching for like about 6 months now. So
Mhm.
for real. Cause I was like, dude, I felt like mad. Oh, I was like, damn, my knees, everything was all bad.
Aching
So
and cracking.
yeah.
So, one thing when it comes to prioritizing your health, one thing that I think a lot of people don't really think of when it comes to, and this is going to be funny, when it comes to your health,
Mhm.
is washing your hands.
Yeah. Yeah. These little
Washing your
things touch everything.
everything. I seen now, and the reason I say this is going to be funny is because I seen a video on Instagram where
Mhm.
it was a lady and she had a towel on and she's turned around and she wrapped it around and she was like, point of view when you're just now taking a shower after 4 days of not washing.
Why would you
Yeah.
post that, first of all?
Yes. Joanne says
Hey,
fruits, peanut
yo.
butter, and cheese is her go-to snacks for right now. I love
Unless you're camping and you're away from everything except for there's no way, boy.
Could you go 4 days without washing?
No. Short answer, no.
Mm,
No. Like I said, we're out camping. You know, you get pretty grungy going camping. That's
yeah.
why I don't camp. So my camping is like, going to cabin, brush my teeth. Gotta do something.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
just saying. But
Okay.
yeah. But I can understand if you're roughing it. But if you got like full amenities, you got a crib, running water, DTE, all that stuff, there's no
Mm.
way you can be doing that.
So Royal Jr.
Mhm.
says he is also working on his health, and the way that he's working on his health is by dancing his heart out.
That is
Yes.
facts. Matter of fact, he just brought I think it's Zumba. Yeah, I think it's Zumba
Oh,
for the
I love
Switch.
Zumba.
And he in there getting it in.
Yeah.
I'm like every night.
Zumba is so much fun. Like, it makes me think of the games like Dance Revolution. I
Yeah,
love Dance Revolution. Like,
I
you
did too.
literally, I have that on my Switch. You literally just be dancing and you're sweating, and before you realize it, it's like, oh shoot, I lost so many calories just now just by dancing. Like,
Speaking of Dance Revolution, I don't know if the video's still there because it might be on one of our old computers. But Royal was a baby, and I used to play Dance Revolution at the arcade with him in like one of those baby holsters.
yeah,
And that
yeah.
might actually be a video floating around with me actually on the actual thing playing
Uh-oh.
Dance Revolution with the baby.
We're gonna have to put that up there.
I gotta find it, man. Now you got me on a hunt because it's somewhere. That's back when I was younger. Yeah, very
Mm.
younger. Yeah.
So, some other things when it comes to prioritizing your health, it can help you actually feel better physically, mentally, and socially. Now,
Indeed.
it can also help you focus, like you were saying earlier, your energy to focus, which I feel pours into relationships
Mm.
because if you have no energy, it's going to affect your relationship in multiple ways, including intimately. So, you get a lot of people who are in these relationships and they're just, I'm so tired, not tonight, not tonight. Next thing you know, your
Mhm.
printout, they're getting their back blown out by the plumber. Like, you know,
Funny you should
get,
say plumber. Bars.
blown
Yeah,
away.
I know. I'm like
Oh,
bars. Good.
so,
Okay.
it's important, to include and think about it's not just you that you're affecting, it's your actual partner as well when it comes
Right.
to your health. If something was to happen to you, guess what? Your partner's the one that's gonna have to step in there and take over. So,
Right. At least
um,
give yourself a chance to be there. Because we never know what can happen down the road, but at least give yourself a chance.
yeah, yeah.
That's the best way I can say it. You never know.
Yeah. So some ways that you can actually prioritize your health. First, find your passion. Now, when I say find your passion, find what it is that you enjoy. Do you like lifting weights? Do you like swimming? Like you like yoga? Or even hiking? Find what it is that you actually enjoy doing because if you focus on that, that's going to actually help you stay healthy because you're going to be doing something that you enjoy doing. Like we enjoy podcasting, we enjoy
Yep.
giving you guys content. And because of that, you're more mindful and you're more willing and interested in doing it. Plus, I feel like it pushes you. It
Right.
pushes you to strive to, challenge and get better and better at it. So
I always
before
say
you know it,
start small too.
yeah,
Start
baby
small.
steps. Baby
No
steps.
one's expecting you to run 5 blocks. No one's expecting you to do 100 push-ups. One day.
Yeah.
Try one for a week, then try two or
Right.
whatever. Just baby steps. Give yourself a chance to grow into the new you. Because a
Yeah.
lot of people go, oh, at the beginning of the year, I'm going to lose
Ooh,
90,000
those jeans be
pounds,
full,
be
boy.
full. And then by the time you get to January 29th, it's the same 7 people that come to the gym every day.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
yeah.
give
Um,
yourself some grace, little baby steps.
yes, and speaking of giving yourself grace, be mindful of your time. Like,
Mhm.
if you don't have enough time to exercise, you want to be aware of that, where you can at least fit into your schedule just a little bit of time, because if you can do that, then you're going to be more than willing to reach your full potential, within that window. So
I would add
yes.
on to that.
Hmm.
Find different ways to get exercise. There are so many more alternative ways to get exercise and circulation. The only reason I know that because I actually kind of studied it, because I know everyone says, "Royal, you work at home," but it's very different. I'm still sitting in a chair for 8 hours.
Hmm.
The only difference is now I may get up, I may put the yoga mat out, I may kneel for a while, may do a couple push-ups or something like that. But there are ways to get exercise in non-conventional ways. So feel free to explore those other options so you can keep yourself around.
Let's talk about, speaking of exercise and then working from home. Working from home, sometimes it can be a good thing for you, but it can also be a bad thing, because if you get so used to just lounging around the house, and and you got the laptop on your lap while you're sitting there eating everything under the sun, it can definitely cut out a lot of the opportunities to get in, crunches, sit-ups,
Mhm.
push-ups, stretching. So for those of you who work from home, set a timer, set something on your phone or on your watch, where, and if you have Fitbit will remind you every
Mhm.
so often, like once within the hour, hey, make sure you get those 250 steps in.
Or stand up, because some even monitor your heart rate. Once your heart rate gets to a certain point, it'll tell you to move around. I know that sounds
Yes.
crazy, but sometimes
Yeah.
when you type in and you're busy, it's really a thing.
The time can fly by so fast, especially when you're
Hmm.
at home because you're comfortable. You're in your own environment. So, just as things as small as when you get up to go to the bathroom and you get up to go to the kitchen, do a couple of lunges, do a couple of squats, make a game out of it, challenge yourself, create a group, create a supportive group
Yep.
and a group chat, and challenge each other, like set it like, okay, once every hour at this time, we're all going to stop what we're doing, and we're going to do 50 jumping jacks or 25 lunges, and make it
Hustle,
fun.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some people are very competitive. So that's some ways that you can, keep keep a routine going while you're working from home. And speaking of routine, you want to follow your routine. Following your routine is
Hmm.
another way that can help you actually place your health above everything else.
I got one more
Now,
thing for work.
yeah, go ahead.
Turn your computer off. Don't work after your work hours,
Ooh, say it again for the
because
people in the back.
when you're off work, turn your
Mhm.
computer off. Unless you're on call, that's nothing to do. But if you are officially off work, turn your computer off and walk away from it. Because here's what happens: you leave that computer go, and someone goes, "Doop, hey Roy, you there? No, doop. Oh Roy, you're there." And next thing you know, you're working for
Mhm.
free, doing way more work than you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
You need to separate yourself from your mind and your job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I work from home, but it's still intrusive to have your job right where you cut your turkey at. But since
Hmm.
you do that, you
Hmm.
need to turn it off and separate yourself from your work.
Yeah.
Unless you're doing podcasting, that's awesome. But all the other
Yeah.
stuff, no.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I mean, if you can do that, then you are already one step ahead. And by doing that, another important way is finding a way to reward yourself. If you get to that point where your phone is going off or your watch is going off because you've hit 10,000 steps, reward yourself, whatever it is that you like that's healthy, or something that you're not going to overly consume in, definitely use that to your advantage,
Indeed.
because if you do, then it's almost like you're tricking yourself out, like, hey, I like, to be rewarded, I like to be celebrated, so I did this and now this is my reward. So I definitely feel that will
Positive
contribute
reinforcement, pretty
towards,
much.
yeah, contribute towards it. Mental health, write in a journal. Write in a journal. It's okay to journal. It's okay to get your thoughts out, because a lot of the times you get stuck or you get complacent in just keeping things to yourself because you feel like nobody cares. But there's so many people out there that actually do care that you can reach out to.
Yep,
So journaling helps with the mental part. Meditating helps with the spiritual.
indeed.
Meditating is a wonderful thing, just to be able to lay there and catch up on your breathing and you're slowing down your thoughts. Um, there's so many different ways that you can prioritize your health.
Health.
And remember,
Even if you're not a meditator,
mhm,
sometimes getting guided meditation, like through audiobooks, stuff like that. There's a lot of free stuff out here that you can just use for free.
mhm,
YouTube literally has
YouTube,
meditation, like has videos that are 9 hours long. So yeah, there's a lot of free tools on here. So you don't have to spend loot to
right.
get to a lot of these solutions. So
Right. I agree. And then, just hold yourself accountable. If you are having issues holding yourself accountable,
mm,
get a friend, get a family member, someone like RG, who's going to hold you accountable and establish that communication where they know this is what you want. So, and you have to establish that early because I
right.
feel like if you don't have that conversation, then when they do try to hold you accountable, you might spaz on them. You
Yeah,
know,
but I always say this too. I feel like I can teach anybody, anything but desire. So you can have all the accountability in the world, but you gotta want to do it for yourself. A lot of people
yes.
say, "Oh man, I want to do this and that," and they got the skills and they got the support group, but they gotta want to do it because there's only so much a person can push you.
Hmm.
So if you're not serious, don't waste people's time.
Yeah. And don't
Because
waste
it
your
takes
own
a
time.
lot of energy to keep motivating people and to help them stay afloat while keeping yourself afloat. So
Right.
take people's time serious and respect it. If they want to be your coach and help you get along, do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Do you have any final words for the people before we go ahead and wrap up the show?
Nothing really. Just thanks for hanging out with us and just take care of yourself the best you can.
Yeah.
It's important. You know what I mean? And you don't gotta change the world in a day, but just pick one thing.
Mm. He said not in a day.
Not a day. Just pick one thing and just try it. And when you
Right.
get success for that, add one more. Next thing you know, you got a fully changed life.
Right.
But worked for me.
You want to go ahead and let the people know how can they find you on social media and support what you got going on and anything that you have coming up?
No major project coming up for us here at 40 Still Gaming. It's holiday season. So we're pretty much gonna be gaming, playing all the new stuff. You can catch me on Instagram under our games. I show ideas, jokes, friendship. I'm here for all that. Everything positive, I'm here for. So hop in the DMs. Let's share some jokes. Let's share some show ideas because I'm also on Simply Sports and I'm also on this
Mhm.
show. And every once in a while, we do a Moon Man Moves on Instagram. So any of those platforms, including my own 40 Still Gaming, hop in there. Let me know what's going on. Other than that, Bree, as always, it's been a pleasure. And happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Thank you. So you guys, of course, you can find me across all social media. My IG, my TikTok, everything is just Simply Bree. So Instagram, for example, is _ Simply Bree, and that's SIMPLEEBREE _ if you just do a Google search for Simply Bree spelled just like that, you will find me across all social media. I have a new show coming up in January called A Rock in My Shoe or A Rock in Her Shoe. And simply put, it's me interviewing 13 amazing women on the challenges that they have faced in womanhood, from different spectrums of their life. And what did they do to actually overcome it? We have a Facebook group called the A Rock in Her Shoe support group for women who are interested in getting advice, resources, tips, and just having these conversations with other women just like themselves, just to get that empowerment, to get that support, to get that voice, that voice of wisdom from someone other than themselves, as well as share their own rocks that they have overcome, or even rocks that they're working through. We are also going to be partnering up with a nonprofit organization to donate for this show. We're going to be donating money towards the purchase of shoes, and then donating those shoes back to the organization. So I'm still in the process of finalizing that, but I look forward to it. It definitely takes off the first week of January on a Tuesday at 9 p.m. So it's only 45 minutes, so 9 to 9:45 p.m. And a lot of these women that I've already conversed with, their stories will blow your mind. Like, you will never look at life the same when you realize the things and the challenges that women go through. So please make sure that you guys follow this channel. He Said What Network. Follow this channel because it is going to be premiering on this channel, as well as our other show, Sip and Cap. That will be starting back up as well. If you guys want to be a guest on any of the shows, please hit us up at info@hesaidwhatnetwork.com so that we can get you lined up with the appropriate show. And just continue to support, follow, share He Said What Network and our episodes. Just continue to do that. And speaking of our episodes, next week's show, we're talking about identifying nonverbal conflicts. So this is going to be very interesting because there's a lot to be said without saying a word. So yes. And then keep in mind, after next week, we will be going on vacation for the month of December. We will return the last week of December with the whole network so you can meet everybody. And let's talk about how 2023 has affected us. So with that being said, we are going to go ahead and bid you all a farewell. We hope that you guys enjoyed the show. Like this episode, comment on what it is that you're doing to prioritize your health, because your health matters. So, with that being said, what does Ezel usually say?
Outro!
Outro.